Hey guys, what's up? I'm Nalin Luthra again. I'm back. Yeah, I know it got slightly delayed and late. Yeah, I was busy with something and connection was getting lost. You know, things went. So, how are you guys? I think everyone is good. Uh, yeah. First of all, I would like to tell you that today, as everyone know, our Google got down. That's a weird kind of a thing, right? So Google got down, Gmail, YouTube, everything got down to itself. Okay. Yeah, I know there was some connection issues, so that why it got late. So no, I won't tell surprise. Surprise will come when it will come. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, those who saying this like okay हैं उनको बोलो like करें. Change it to like guys, okay? That's important. Ouch. Come on, change it to likes. Show up likes and just change it to likes maybe. I know slightly late. So so we'll talk about hacking tools and startups, whole environment and everything. That's what we will talk about today itself, and that's what's really important. That's what's important, I would say. Okay, so let's make a list of things what we will talk about today. We will be talking about WSL. That's one thing to talk about. Many of you wanted me to be a part of WSL. That's what everyone wants me to do. So we'll talk about WSL as well. Okay, let me set up things for you. Okay, so let's say WSL2. That's one thing we'll talk about. Now, second we'll talk about Kali Linux. Okay, so everyone was talking about that don't have enough storage or they don't have enough bandwidth or they are not able to install Kali. So we'll talk about Kali Linux, how you can work with it. Okay, so we will check out live boot. Okay. Virtualbox. That's will fine. Don't worry. Yeah, today's class. I don't know how long the class today will be. Okay, so we'll talk about live. We'll talk about VirtualBox. That's one thing. We'll talk about VirtualBox. What else? Talk about live installed. Okay. We'll also be talking about Ubuntu. Okay. Some people thinking about okay, let's not install it. That's fine. So we'll also talk about Parrot. Parrot. Okay, we'll talk about that. I want you to pick up this topic as well. I'll talk about that. So these are things we'll talk about today. So these parrots, it's a OS. Okay, so this is one of the OS which we can use, and that's all the time. Okay, before going into all these things and what you should use, should you install anything or should you not install anything? So that's why after getting this class, it would be on basically installing your what do you call it? Set up your environment for hacking and everything. So that's really important. Okay. Okay. First of all, let's talk about your today's YouTube hacked. God forbid, that's not true. This server did went down. Not only YouTube, your Gmail, your Google Meets, Google Drive. In fact, slides, your docs, everything went down for about like 5-50 minutes. That's how it went. Not no one actually hacked YouTube itself. It's more of I would say uh, I don't know what the right word should be in the whole scenario. The server got down. Actually, there was some technical error. We don't know yet what error it was. Google has not commented on that. That's why it got. So no one actually hacked it, but servers got down. So that's a different scenario. Okay, so as we have wrapped it up all things, so okay, I will tell you that as well. Which software have you, which version of Kali you need to install and stuff like that. So before moving forward on any of such things, does anyone got any other doubts? Let me know and I will clear it before going into another point. Okay, I think everyone got clear now, so that should not be a problem at all. I don't think anyone got any doubts or I'm getting comments on that. So I will take on a side that everything is cleared. So now we'll talk about virtual machine and Kali Linux installation and all that things. Yeah, 503 error means a server error. It does not mean someone hacked it. No. Okay, so I'll talk about everything. We'll talk about every single thing. That's what I mentioned here. So let's start from Kali. Kali. So Kali Linux. So most of your students will are currently using Windows. Okay, maybe Windows 10. So in Windows 10 you have an option of WSL. We'll talk about that. So before going to that, you're using Windows 10. So do you need to install Kali? That's your wish. That's completely your wish. It's also possible you don't have to use Kali altogether. You can use Windows 10 itself for the hacking. Okay, I will talk about Kali and Windows 10 separately and together. Actually, make you understand what virtualization is and how VM boxes work, VMware or like virtual boxes working all together. Uh, okay, so yeah, I know about that as well, Jen. That's from WSL. I will tell everything. Just give me a moment and listen to me. I will talk about every single thing for there. First, let's talk about Windows. Why I'm asking you guys for Linux first of all. Linux have its own terminal, and the terminal provides you several advantages over any other things. So it doesn't matter if you're using Windows or you're using Kali. That's immaterial. What actually matters in the both scenario is uh, what tools are you using. So even in case of Kali, I would say we have several tools, and these tools are actually important, and that's what something you guys have to understand in properly. These tools are important for hacking, for doing all kind of stuff. These tools can also be installed on Windows. Okay, so you can use these tools to install on Windows, and you can use these tools from Windows itself. The only difference in the both the scenario which comes into the play is that Kali have pre-built tools. Okay, so you don't have to install anything on it. It's already have everything. It's all the tools which you require for hacking. While in the case of Windows, you don't have those tools. You need to install those tools. I'm not sure that Windows can actually play all those tools. So that's one doubt I have. There are multiple tools which we'll be looking to. Everything you have to install in Windows, I'm not sure Windows do have, but most of the tools are made in Python. So only thing you might need for server class is just Python and you're good to go. So it's fine if you use Windows 10 and not Kali. I will tell you what tool I'm using, and you can then just look for that tool in the Windows 10 and you can install it. That's one way to get it done. So if everyone got it clear at why I'm asking for the Kali Linux, you can also use Ubuntu. You can directly install tools on Ubuntu as well. So I will, while talking about tools and while talking about those hacking stuff, I will also discuss these tools all together. I will let you know what tools are available and how to actually download these tools if you're not using Kali altogether. But the reason I'm again suggesting Kali is that you have all the tools right in front of you, just need to learn how to use them. So the installation for all the tools are not required, and that's what's positive about it. So I would like you to actually use Kali, so you don't have to worry about tools. But even if you worry about tools, if you think like, okay, I need to have tools and stuff like that, it gets complicated, that's fine too. You don't have to worry about that either. So that's one thing. Me personally, I will use Kali Virtualbox for all my teachings, uh, and that's how I'm going to move forward. That's point number one. The point number two, which is WSL. Okay, so let's talk about WSL, and we'll talk about boot, live boot, dual boot, all the boots you guys have doubts about. You know, it or right? Like, okay, no. Okay, so moving forward to with the scenario, let's talk about uh, let's pick our topic for now. Let's say let's talk about boots. We have dual boot, we have live boot. Right, these are two boots which you can use instead of VirtualBox altogether. Dual boot is slightly complicated. You need to install two different operating systems in one single PC. So those who are pretty much aware of it can work on it. Now, I will focus mostly on live boot. That's what's important, and I think I should focus on that. In case of live boot, uh, I will tell you about that. Don't worry, I will tell you about every single thing. You don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, give me a moment. Just listen to what I'm saying, and I will talk about every single thing. So let's talk about live boot for now. So what happens in live boot is you get a pen drive, and you let me see. I've got pen drive with me over here. All right, okay, no, this one. Okay, I thought I got a pen drive, but it turns out I don't have a pen drive right now with me. Well, that's what wasn't. So point is uh, live boot. So how what does live boot works and how it is. So what we do is we make a bootable pen drive, a bootable CDs. No one uses CDs anymore, so we'll talk about pen drive. So we make a bootable pen drive. Okay. So a bootable pen drive actually boots everything from pen drive itself. So when we plug it in, we restart our PC, we boot from pen drive. So example, what is boot? Now that's what important. And that's I think you should know is when you are working on operating systems, just to figure out what is boot. Uh, to actually start a computer, start a PC, we have a bootloader kind of a things. We have specialized files which is stored in specialized location, which your computer access to boot into something. Okay, so I know my handwriting is bad. Okay, let's say what's boot is. So let's talk about boot. Okay, okay. So in case of boot, what happens is, so we have, let's say we have a processor and everything. Okay, so we have a PC. PC access my hard disk. Okay, in hard disk, there's one specific location where all the boot information is stored, and these boot informations send my data and opens my windows. Okay, so what we do, we connect an external USB, and that boot information also then USB. Instead of going over there, it goes directly to USB, and USB shows up me any operating system. It can be Kali, Ubuntu, or any other system either. Okay, so everything is installed in USB itself. So this is my USB. Let me point that out. Okay, this is my USB. This is my PC. So I connect with it. So that's how the connection goes. That's how it opens. So if you got doubts, many of students who have doubt, many were thinking, like, you know what, if I use live boot, will it destroy a PC? It will not. The PC won't even be able to touch. We will say untouch. Even I will use live boot in one of the classes to actually let you know how to hack into Windows using live boot. That's one possible thing. Okay, so that's one way to do it. We can use USB, we can have a live boot, and we can access the Kali from that live boot itself. So that's the one idea. Okay, so that's how live boot works. It is completely irrespective of whatever it's there in the PC itself. So it's untouched. It's completely untouched. The PC is extremely safe in case of live boots. But what happens is that you cannot install anything in live boot because everything is in pen drive itself. Whatever you install will be deleted as soon as the system gets restarted. Uh, that's something I've not figured out. I'll try to do something maybe like a two different laptops, one for live boot, so you show it through camera, another one for this. I've not figured it out, but I will do something definitely. So I don't think you have to worry about that. No. Yeah, that's what the plan is actually. That's what I was thinking. You will hack into Windows. I will tell you more about that. So let's not get into that. Let's understand how live boot and boots work all together, and that's what important because it's not the only operating system. Kali, you will be using multiple different operating systems, and that's how it goes. Now, as we have now solved the problem for live boot and dual boot all together, so it's done. Okay, so now we know what is live boot. It's nothing. It's basically booting directly from our USB or whatever bootable medium you're using. It can be CD, it can be pen drive. No one uses floppy disk anymore. I don't think CD is being used anymore. I don't have even one single laptop, even though I have multiple laptops and I have like 2 3 laptops. I got a PC, and none of them have the potential to read a CD. So I don't know who is using CDs these days, but yeah, I'm not using CDs. Okay, guys. So we have talked about live boot. Now we talk about VirtualBox. Right, that's what's important. Okay. Now let's talk about VirtualBox and why it's important and what exactly it's help us to do. So, guys, uh, now what's VirtualBox? You know what? Why I got late today? I don't know. Like I had a lot of work to do today, and things went on, so that's why late. So that's what you guys are asking about that. Again, someone is asking me how to hack Facebook. I don't know how to hack Facebook. I'm not a kind of hacker. I'm not sure can hack Facebook or not. Just don't ask me such questions. I don't know, man. There's a master programming guy how to hack Facebook. I don't know. Does anyone know if you can help him? I don't have a clue about how to get that. I don't think that's right also. So I don't know. Weird, like that's weird. I did told you guys if that's not, don't ask me that question. I don't know why people are asking me. So, which will give me a moment. I will explain it to you in what scenario you should live boot, in what scenario you should go for dual boot, and in what scenario you should go for VirtualBox. I will explain it to you. Give me some moment on that. Uh, don't worry, Om. I will let you know that as well. VMbox, VirtualBox, right? That's right. Okay. I think I've answered most of the questions. Let's move forward now. Okay, so VirtualBox. So what is VirtualBox and how it helps us? So to understand that, let's understand how operating system works. For an operating system, so for example, this is my OS. It works on a hardware, right? We have a hardware. So the work on an operating system is to interact with hardware and update me on the information what we need, and basically it's an interaction with the hardware itself. Okay. So whatever we do, most of you have also written some Python programs, so they have made your own programs using code blocks and other different technologies. So in the OS itself, not top level, this is top level layer here. You got all these things you call softwares. Okay. Before into softwares, you have something known as kernel, which is right below here. Okay, something over here. Now, this kernel is different for different systems. We have Unix kernel, we have Linux kernel, we have Windows kernel as well. It's called DOS. I'm not sure what it's called. I'm just guessing it's called DOS. I think you should check about it, what the Windows kernel is called. So we have a kernel with us. Okay. That's a material what it's called. The important part is this is whole thing happens, and that's how you access software. So you need to have a kernel-based thing to actually, this is a kernel-based thing to actually access the softwares. We have some utilities packages as well, and that's like all other things what we need comes over here, and that's how the level increases. So in case of VirtualBox, it allow us. So how does VirtualBox come into play? So let's say we have something like this. Okay, we have a hardware. On that, we got our Windows. So in case of Virtualbox, we get one more layer over here, which we call VM. It's called a virtual machine. So it is basically emulator. So what's an emulator? Emulator is basically when we say imposter. Let's call it imposter. Everyone has played game over imposter. So VMware is kind of an imposter which allow us to run different operating systems on Windows itself or on Mac, depending upon whatever you're using. In this case, this is called our host operating system. Host. It can be Mac or anything. Whereas VM is called our guest. So many of you guys have a doubt. Okay, what's host and what's guest? So when we are using Windows, it's my host operating system, and whichever things are run on VM is my guest operating system. So that's kind of a thing you go for it. Okay, so VM basically creates a virtual environment for an operating system to run. It can be a Windows, so you can run Windows XP on Windows 10. Maybe you can run Windows 7 on Windows 10. I don't know why you have to do it. If you want to, you can. You can go for Kali, you can go for Ubuntu. These all operating systems can be run easily using VM. Now we'll talk about in a moment why should you use VM and not live boot or dual boot altogether. I don't know, like I'll talk about it. Give me some time for that. So I think everyone did understand what VM is and how it's useful and what's a host and what's a guest. I'm hoping everyone did understand that, right? No, VM is not an operating system. It's basically a machine. Okay, VM is a machine. It's called virtual machine. If you guys are getting it right, it's called a virtual machine. It's a machine which gives us an environment to run an operating system. Okay, I guess everyone is getting it right. A virtual machine cannot actually have any problem on hardware. Why it cannot have a problem on hardware is because there is no connection to it, right? It's no connection. VM have a connection with Windows. So VM is nothing more than a software on Windows. You delete VM, everything is gone. So it cannot actually touch or play with hardware under any circumstances. What it does is it asks Windows to provide him the resources to actually get it done. Okay, someone is asking me to say in Hindi. I will try to say in Hindi as well. Virtual machine हार्डवेयर के साथ कभी फाइट नहीं करती. एक्चुअली नॉट फाइट, कभी यूज नहीं करती. वर्चुअल मशीन के साथ हार्डवेयर के साथ कोई डायरेक्ट इंटरैक्शन नहीं है. Okay, if I draw it again, I would say VM. Okay, this is a VM and this is my hardware. Do not have a direct interaction. For all the interactions, it uses Windows. Okay, Windows have interaction with hardware and virtual machine. So Windows has the power to provide what all things VM can use and VM can't use. And that's the reason some of you are not able to use your Wi-Fi card with the VM. So what happens in that case? I will tell you that as well. Those who have watched my OP video will understand what I'm trying to say. Those who have not watched my OP video, I don't think you will understand this, but you will understand a couple of after lectures. So just listen to what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, for example, you have a USB over here. Not exactly, you have a Wi-Fi card with it. Okay, this is my Wi-Fi card. This Wi-Fi card is already be used by Windows. Okay, until and unless you disable it for Windows, then only it becomes available for VM. Before that, VM can't access this, right? Because Windows is using it. We have all the hardwares, right? This is my list of hardwares. So which hardware has to be used by VM and which hardware has to be used by Windows is decided by Windows and virtual machine. We configure it accordingly. You know what? This is the things I would say should go for Windows and this thing should go for VMware or virtual machine. I know some guys say what's a Wi-Fi card. I got some doubts. Fine. Don't. I'm not going into that part. I'm just saying, okay, it can be a keyboard. Let's forget the Wi-Fi card. We see it's a keyboard. So Can a keyboard and VM use same keyboard together? No, we can't. So resources have a limitation that either it's used by Windows, which is my host, or a guest, this one. So I guess everyone did understand what I'm trying to tell you guys over here. So what's a VM? VM is a software. It provides us environment to run whatever you want to in that environment itself. It's kind of an emulator. If you guys don't know what's an emulator, emulator is basically when you're trying to emulate into something when it's not physically present. For example, Android emulator, those who have coming with app development side, they have already seen how they can actually edit all the things and have preview on the web itself. So it's an Android emulator. So I guess you guys are getting it, right? What's an emulator? Emulator basically when you try to uh, when you try to make that hardware as a software for the presentation purposes, just to see how it goes when you don't have the real hardware to work on. Okay, so I guess everyone did understand what's a VM. So let me know, guys, in the comment section that you did understand what's a virtual machine, what's a live boot, and what's the difference between a virtual machine and live boot. Live boot can't actually access any other things in my system, so it cannot harm my system unless you do something fishy. Virtual machine works on Windows itself, so you don't have to uninstall Windows altogether. Right? Everyone did understand that. That's a theory I would like to convey to you to actually understand it from the depth. Because when you are trying to work on it, it will create a lot of problem for you guys to actually not, if you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. I guess everyone did understand what I'm trying to tell you. I hope so, you guys did. Did you? Come on, guys. I'm not getting comments. Maybe I'm getting comments. I don't know. But I'm not getting comments over here. Okay. Let's see if I got some comments. Okay, I guess everyone did understood that. I'm not getting comments updated over here, but I'm getting comments updated over in the video itself. So yeah, cool. Now let's come to WSL2. So what happened was Windows was actually one of the most popular operating systems used throughout the world with multiple peoples and other organizations. But Windows used to have your old command prompt, which was not so powerful as much as terminal in the Linux. So Windows came up with a solution to actually allow you to use power of Linux on Windows itself. So instead of using a separate virtual machine altogether, WSL came into power. Okay, mosquitoes. WSL came into power. WSL provides us an environment to run whatever operating system we want to run on it. That's the power of WSL. But there's one thing I would like to tell you guys when using WSL is that you can't use WSL2 and VM together. It's just not possible. Either you use WSL2 or use VM. If you use both of them together, none of them will work actually. So be specific in what way you have to move forward. PowerShell. Yeah, PowerShell is definitely one of the ways which Microsoft did a great job altogether. Yeah. Mosquitoes not OP. Like most of mosquitoes OP. Mosquitoes are like, you know how things are. So you can't use together. I will also tell you why you can't use together and how to make it work on either ways. I have both things installed on my PC. About like 5 minutes, I will like go into depth analysis and show you how to work on either of the cases. Okay, now coming back to my point. A virtual machine, right? So WSL basically provides an environment to us. But in case of WSL, initially we have a terminal access. So those who don't know what's a terminal, I would show it to you, kind of a thing. We have a PowerShell. So this is kind of a thing we call a terminal. So this is kind of access you have. So we can say ls, get list of all the commands, okay, like all the files, I would say. So I can use it pretty much like any other thing. Okay, so let's clear it out. We can do ls. Let's go to documents. Maybe I can just read documents. We have a pass.txt. We have solution.txt. I don't know what it's. So we can say cat sol.txt. I got something over here. Yeah, the answer something. I don't know. I was working on some Java project. I don't know. Yeah. So I can use this terminal easily. I have no problem. But some of you guys might have a problem with WSL because of terminal, because you don't know all the commands which are required for the terminal. Even though I will talk about all the commands which are required throughout the session in the course, but up until now you don't have that knowledge. If you can still figure it out and work with me, that's fine. Again, if you can't, don't force yourself on WSL. Well, even how WSL work great, you don't have any problems with that. Okay, now everyone has a doubt at what we should use. Either we should use WSL or we should use virtual machine. One thing I would like to tell you about, if you're moving forward with WSL, it's kind of a simple thing, I would say. Let me show it to you. Okay, it is called store, right? It's called Microsoft Store. That's what we have over here, right? We will say about Kali. You can simply search Kali Microsoft Store. Everyone was telling me, okay, we have it. I've already installed it though. Yeah. So as you can see over here, it's clearly mentioned. The Kali for Windows application allow one to install and run operating systems. The base image does not contain any tools or graphical interface to order to keep the image small. So in short, it does not have any tools which are pre-built. Poonam is asking me what is a WSL. Poonam, give me 5 minutes and I will explain it back to you. Give me 5 minutes. So it does not have any tools installed on it. So I have already installed my Kali. I will show it to you. So this is what you get when you install it. This is what you get. This is my Kali running on WSL. I will explain WSL once again. So this is what is running right now, and it's clearly saying it's a minimal installation. You likely want to install supplementary tools which are required for it. That's the same case you can do with Ubuntu. You can also do with Windows. That's completely on you. But moving forward with this will actually create slight problem for you guys. If you want, I will give you explain this things about that. So if you ask me what is WSL, WSL is I would call an interface to actually access Linux kernel and run some specific images. Okay, what are images? Let's say it's operating systems on Windows without use of a virtual machine, even though WSL inside uses a virtual machine. So virtual machine is not only VM Virtualbox. We also have VMware and other different virtual machines as well. So in theory, I would say WSL also uses a virtual machine inside itself. So it's a virtual machine in WSL, and that's how it runs. So that's how it goes. So if you are just able to install all the tools which are required throughout the course, you can move forward WSL. For me, those who have a PC which does not support like we have extremely small RAMs. Many students have small RAMs. You can go with WSL. You have small RAMs. You can't install WSL. You can't even run WSL because it's also required virtualization. Don't do it. My couple of lectures, starting lectures, will work on Python. That's how it will work. So most of the things I will do on Python. You can simply use a Windows for that part. When I goes to Kali, then I will let you know, okay, this is my tools. You install these tools in your WSL, in your own system. And you can move forward slowly and slowly with that part. Those who have a decent system can easily go with VM, virtual machine, and work with me as I'm doing it. Still, people don't even have a WSL because WSL opportunity came in Windows 10. That's one thing I would say. Windows 10. Okay, that's one important thing. Yeah, I will share to you how to WSL setup. Don't worry about that. I will definitely going to share it with you. Yeah, I will teach you how to add a couple of packages, but I don't think I will able to take the whole course on WSL. I will try to do it as much as possible throughout the course, like to make to help everyone together. But I cannot promise it all together that everyone will be able to get it done in WSL, even though I will try my level best. Now comes what about the live boot things. Why would you need a live boot when you are not able to get WSL because you have Windows 7 or an older PC? You don't have the sufficient RAM to work on virtual machine. Now that's a problem for you guys. And to actually resolve that problem, you need a live boot. So you will make a bootable pen drive. I will just teach you how to get it done in 5 minutes to how to make a bootable pen drive. So you make a bootable pen drive, you plug it in your system, you boot from that pen drive, and then you run most of the commands. But in that case, you won't be able to save anything. It will just depend on time you have opened your operating system. As soon as operating system goes off, everything goes off. There's no data being stored, because as I have told previously to you guys, that it's everything runs on USB and nothing is stored. So nothing is stored on the hard disk. That's the case. I'm not going to talk about resistance right now. That would require some time. That would require a lot of time, and I have to do some practicals as well. So I won't be doing it. And that completely depends on the use case. Usual, I would say. In my case, I'm using about 16 gigs of RAM with i5 processor. Again, one of the top systems I built. Now I'm using a 32 gigs of RAM. I'm using 16 right now. But I used to have 32 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of RAM. I have taken out and installed some other PCs. I got a couple of more PCs with me. So that's all. So I guess 16 gigs of RAM is good. 12 gigs of RAM is also fine with virtual machine. But you have to give some power to virtual machine as well. Okay. I think 8 gigs of RAM will work. That's fine. 8 gigs of RAM will work. Definitely it will work. Yeah, I will teach you how to make voices as well. Don't worry about that. Okay. Arnav is asking me how can I go to Microsoft Store. That's fine, Arnav. Just click over here and write Microsoft Store. Here it is. Okay, just go open. You'll get it. Okay, I think that's good enough for you guys. Okay, now moving forward a little bit. I think we have covered the Microsoft Store. We covered the Lali Kali and all of that things. Let's see what else we have to do. We will start with all the practicals as well. We have talked about Virtualbox now. It's done. I will show the live as well. We'll talk about live installed. Okay, so you can also, those who are in senior classes, I would say in 11 and 12, they can actually do a dual boot. But I would again suggest you don't go with dual boot if you don't understand what you're doing, because dual boot actually can destroy the PC. The only problem which a dual boot has, it actually can destroy it. It won't destroy it permanently, but you won't be able to use it until you fix it. And to fix it, you need internet. But if you got just one PC, only way to access to internet, and you broke that PC because of some wrong configurations, which is quite common in case of Kali installations, you will have a trouble. And I might not be able to help you from distance. That's I don't know. I can't help everyone. I got like hundreds of students, and I separating helping everyone for the installation for dual boot would be a slightly complicated task for me as well. So don't do dual boot until unless you know what you're doing. Either you can go for live boots from your USB pen drive. I will teach you how to do it. Virtualbox, that's what I'm using for the teaching purposes. You can go for that. You can use a live boot. These things are pretty easy to get it done. Okay. You can also use WSL2, which I've already explained. So how to actually get this thing done. So in case of WSL, I found a really good article. It's right over here, I would say. This article is kind of cool article. Okay, how to install WSL in Windows 10, update it. Okay, so it's pretty simple. So what they have done is, first you have to enable WSL. That's what the target is. So you don't have to worry about this PDF and everything. I'm definitely going to share this with the guys on Discord. Those who are working forward to work with WSL. I won't be working with WSL. I will be working with virtual boxes. Again, I'm saying because you have to install separately all the tools which are required, and I won't be doing it in the live class. I won't be installing tools that would be taking job. Okay, so this is the first command you have to run. After this command, you have to enable virtual machine platform. Once you enable virtual machine platform, I will show you about that as well. Yes, you can also get a GUI. You can get a GUI from WSL as well. I will teleport that. Don't worry. But again, it doesn't have all the tools. You still need to get install the tools, and that's time job. Okay, so then you have to enable the virtual machine platform, which is an inbuilt feature in Windows 10. Okay, you have to run this command if you got 2004 Windows, like Windows 10. I did. If you got the latest update, run this command. That's enough. Then you have to set WSL as a version 2 by default by running this command and then install a distro, Ubuntu or Kali, whatever you go from that. Okay, so that's how you install WSL. I will share this document, share this boot, share this link with you guys on Discord channel. It will also be available in the comments below. That's my promise to you. I will make sure this is there in the comments below. I won't say immediately, but definitely it will be there in the comments below. After the video ends it, I will share with you guys. So this is how you can easily go with WSL. Now I will go with VirtualBox. So I have already installed, talked to you guys about this, right? Those who have 64-bit system, how to check if you have 64-bit system? Go to your my computer. This is my computer. Okay, I go to my computer, click on properties. You get something like this. I have 16 gigs of RAM. Already talk about that. 64-bit operating system with everything, right? Pen support, like that's it. So I got my i5 processor. It is under K. So as you can see, I got 64-bit operating system. That's not point. Point is I got x64 based processor. So my processor supports 64-bit. You might have x32 based processors. In that case, it will only support 32-bit. So, okay, so that's one thing. So coming back to our original problem is that should I go with 64-bit operating installer or 64-bit live? Should I go with net installer or 32-bit? So that depends on what processor you have. If you have a 32-bit processor and 34-bit Windows, go for 32-bit live or installer. In case of installer, it's for dual boot. Again, I'm saying if when you want to do a dual boot, go with installer. When you don't want to do a dual boot, don't go with installer. Okay, go with live, and that's how you create a live. I will tell you about that how to do it. Okay, now come my VirtualBox. There's one interesting thing I found on system on my PC. On our PC, I would say interesting thing on my downloads in Kali is that there is a pre-configured VirtualBox image. So what is a VirtualBox image? So VirtualBox image is an image which is basically a snapshot of your VirtualBox, which has been pre-set up by Kali organization. So which allow you to actually work on it. So this is what it is. One, Ubuntu is an operating system, just like a Kali. So many students are already talking about can we use Ubuntu? Should we install Kali? So it was basically that's for them. Okay, so it's an operating system. Yeah, I will tell you how to burn it as well, Arnav. Give me 5 minutes about that too. Okay, so this is what I have used instead of using either of those. I have simply downloaded 64-bit VirtualBox image from this. Okay, so if you're using VirtualBox, go with this. If you're using VMware, that's a paid one. Don't go with that. Go with VirtualBox, 64-bit or 32-bit, depending on what VirtualBox or what system you have. Just simply download. Go to this page. Okay, download Kali Linux virtual images, and you can download it from here. That's what I have done. I'll share with you guys how I have done it. So, okay, I guess. All right. Where it is? Here it is. It's a VirtualBox image. All right. So here is my image. It's called OVA image for the VirtualBox. I will show it to you guys as well. Okay, with a file explorer over here, right? I have a file explorer with me. I should go with this. I have everything installed and my softwares, right? I have softwares with me. In softwares, I have many things. I have torrent with me, right? Torrent. In torrent, I've got this VirtualBox image. So when you download that image, okay. I'm just getting into that part. Okay. Okay. So wait a second. This is the VirtualBox I want to install, guys. Virtualbox.org. Okay. Okay. So this is what you have to install. Download VirtualBox 6.1. You click over here. Now you have to talk about all right. So this is what I've already talked to you about, guys. I have already told you about this, right? your virtual Windows host. That's what I told you. When you are working on Windows, you are the host. OS X, Linux distribution, and stuff like that. So we will go with Windows host. Okay, just click on Windows host. It will start downloading. I don't have to. I've already downloaded it, so I don't have to download it. You downloaded it. Okay. Okay, so when you download that, what you will do is after downloading that, download this image over here. It's a VirtualBox pre-built image. What's a user VirtualBox pre-built image? I will also talk about that in like 5 minutes. I will talk about it. Okay, when you have this image with you, you simply double click on it after you have installed the VirtualBox. It will load, it will opening. Give it 5 minutes until that. Oh, it's open. Okay, this is how it goes. Okay, this is what I get. I'm not able to see you guys anymore, so this is what you get. It has everything you need. Okay, it by default it's giving 2 gigs of RAM to Kali. That's fine. Kali works in 2 gigs of RAM. It's going CPU. It giving all the storage and whatever it's required. I think 2 gigs of RAM. It's giving the powers and everything. It's also giving a decent amount of virtual image disk. Base folder has been set. You can also change this base folder. This is a primary folder. You can change that as well. Okay, that's fine. So this is where everything will be stored. It's fine for me. So I'll continue with this. Import HTTPs. So this is a pre-built thing. Okay, so when I click on import, it will import everything from this, and you can directly have access to this. So what we usually do when we don't have this thing, we go to new. We create an we select the version, first we select with, we need Linux, then we go, what we need in Linux, we need Debian, right? This over here, where it is. Yeah, Debian, we need a Debian, we need Debian 6432, we go with 64, we say, okay, this is my Kali, I go to next. Okay, already have one, so we say Kali 1, we go to next, and then we say, so it's a whole process. To actually avoid that process, you can simply download .over file from here. Like, okay, I will tell you how to go it. It's like kali.org/downloads. Go to VirtualBox down. Okay, when you open this page, you get this. Scroll down, you get VMware. Don't go with VMware, it's a paid version. Go with VirtualBox. Click on Offensive Security VM download page. Get over here. You get over here, you get all the files. You get 62-bit and 32-bit, download it and use it. So you can, yeah, you have to download your VirtualBox. First of all, that's important, right? There's one more thing you guys can do. You can simply go over here, import appliances, go for that part and select wherever it is. So for example, in my case, it is in software. Software I got torrents kind of a thing, right? In torrents I got this one over here. I can select that as well, so it's fine. I can do it from this as well if I don't get it. Overclick, go with that part. I think everyone got this thing. So what happens is, okay, there's one more thing, guys. Some of you might face an error, and I'm definitely sure many of you will face an error. So what you have to do is click over here and search for Hyper-V. Hyper-V. So over here you get turn window feature on or off. Click on it. You get all these features. You have to turn on Hyper-V. That's number 1. Remember it, guys. Don't forget it. Write it down somewhere. Turn off Hyper-V after turn it off. Second, you have to turn off your Windows hypervisor platform. That should be turned off. Virtual machine platform should be turned off. All these things. There are 3 things that should be turned off. Number 1, Hyper-V. Number 2, your virtual machine platform. And number 3, Windows hypervisor platform. When you turn all these things off, then only will be able to run this weird looking VMbox. One more thing. Why I'm asking you to do it? Because when I was showing you this article, in this article you see we have also enabled the virtual machine platform, and that's what I was talking before. That either you can use virtual machine platform or you can use this. And if you don't have Hyper-V, that's fine. You don't have to do it anything. That's fine. In my case, I have graphic card in my system, so I'm getting a Hyper-V. I have an upgrade processor, so that's a Hyper-V as well. So that's one thing. If you want to configure your settings manually, in that case, you need to use installed version. Okay, guys, that's the point. You have to go with installed version. Don't worry, guys, kuch nahi hoga. Don't set it right now because it will ask you to restart your system and you're also watching your live thing. So that's a problem. Don't worry about that. What I am telling you will not harm your PC. What I'm not telling you to do something, I'm not going to do that. Whatever I tell you, this is what you have to do, it won't harm you. Okay, cool. If they're already off, everything is fine. In my case, it was not off because I had to switch it on when I was trying to install WSL. And I have to switch on my virtual platform. Like, it took me like a couple of hours to figure it out, that what's wrong with it. So, let's see over here. So when you install everything, when you double click on it, you import it and stuff like that, you get this one. I click on start. It loads for a couple of minutes. Just wait and have a coffee or water. Just wait. I will wait. Okay, so I got this error, which is saying, okay, sorry. So if you get this same error, I will just tell you what's the game. Okay, so just click on it, start. You will get this error. I get this error all the time. The reason behind I get this error is because my system is configured in a way that it does not allow me to run a direct machine on thing. So what I do is I click on over here like a drop down thing. I click on Headless Start. I do that. When I click on Headless Start, it will show me a preview over here. Now it's starting it. It won't start with show. Now I can simply click on show. Now it will show me my Linux system. And here it is, guys. I will say capture sure, so I can access my Linux system, and I have my system here with me. So let's switch it off thing, and when I click on it, I think I have access to it. It's loading. You can see it's a blue thing going all the way up. All the way up. It's a kind of a song, I don't remember it. All the way up. I don't know. Okay, guys, we have it here with us. Let's see to it. We got call down. Okay, let's enter. Maybe I don't know. It's not loading. It's loading, I guess. I don't know. Oh, all the way up. Oh, all the way up. Yeah, it's loading. So, our default password is Kali. Default username is Kali. Default password is Kali as well. You click on login, and I have successfully logged into the system. Some guys, it will actually slow down your PC because some of the resources have been used. Let me show you what resources are being used as well. So this is my task manager, as you can see. It's not using much actually. The Headless front is not using much. What's my processor? My CPU is 37%. Chrome is using most of the power, I would say. Weird. Okay. What about memory? What is memory? So I have memory. Most memory is used by Google Chrome. That's weird. My Kali is not using much memory, just using 2 GB. I think not completely as well. So it's fine. I think most of the system will fine. Everything is used by Google Chrome because I'm streaming it and everything. That's one of the reasons why Google Chrome is using a decent amount of my store. Okay, so I don't think there's a problem with it. It won't slow it much. Only 47% is used running all that thing. I'm running like WSL. I'm running my Kali. I'm also running this. So I don't think that's so much of a problem. So here we are access directly to my what do you call it? My Kali, right? So I have access to my Kali. I got all the tools and everything with me. So it's opening. Yeah, cool. It's kind of a slow. I think I should increase my RAM for the purposes. Okay, so one thing I would like to show it to you. Let's say I make a file over here. So let's go to desktop. Okay, so let's make a folder named Nalin. We call it ls. You see, I got a folder named Nalin. It's a command. I'm just showing you what's happening. So why I'm using it. I just click it off. Okay, so I got this folder and everything. Let me make something over here as well. So let's open terminal. Let's say touch pass.txt. Enter. So I got one txt file as well. Okay, you can also create txt file either ways. So I'll just shut it down for now. Shut it down now. Okay. This is a command for Ubuntu. I'm not sure this command is not working over here. So I will shut down like a noob, and everyone does. Click over here and click on shut down. Yeah, I thought this command will work. It's not. Now, this is my live version. I will show you how to set it up as well. So let's click on new. Let's say Kali live. Okay. We have over here. Okay, sorry. We should go with Linux. Kali is basically Debian based, so I will go with 64 with Debian. Click on next. Okay, I'll give over like whatever. Like say this is what I'm going to do for live one. Let's get about like this amount of RAM. That's good. 4 GB, 4 gigs of RAM. I will give to it. Create a virtual hard disk. No, I do not create a virtual hard disk because it's a live, so we don't need a hard disk altogether. Do not add a virtual hard disk. Okay, so click on continue. Yeah, so I got it. I got my live with me. So this is what I have doing right now. I click on it over here. I can go in settings. In settings, I go to storage, and there's one simple secondary optical drive. In that case, I say, okay, choose a disk drive, and this is where I have, this is my live. Okay, I have told you I have installed the live as well. So this is my live 2004 the version. I click on it, open. I click OK. Now, whenever I start it, again, it won't start. I have to start headless. That's my problem in my PC. Okay, it started. Let's click on show. Okay, wait. It's loading. Yeah, it's here. Cool. So this is what you guys will get when you will do a live boot directly on your system. So this is what I get. So I go with AMD 64. Let's say okay, it loads and loads. What I'm trying to tell you here is that when I created a folder and a file in case of a Virtualbox, which was pre-set up, it has all the hard disk and everything in it. It stores everything, and I can use it. While in case of live, whatever I create at that time and I switch it off and I again switch it on, everything goes vanish. Okay, guys. So that's something for you to important for you guys to understand. I think it's loading. I think it will work. Hopefully. Okay, it's loading. It's loading. Message from that. It's loading. It's coming up. That will work. Okay, guys. Okay, I don't know what's happening. It's kind of slow. Yeah, it's not slow. I think I should increase my processor. I maybe one processor. I should give two to it. I think. Yeah, I think processor is the problem, not the RAM in this case. That's why it's working so slow. Again, live is slow than the other one. That's one thing. Okay, it's taking a lot of time. I know it's weird. I don't know how much processor is taking. Let's see that as well. Yeah, see, I got it. So I go with this over here. Okay. Again, I have this. Cool. Well, it's a nice shell. It's an updated shell actually. That's how it's coming like this. Okay, so let's create Indian Nalin. We go to CD Nalin. No. I'm going to Nalin. No, I can't go to CD desktop. MKDIR Nalin over here again. You go to CD Nalin. That's what I'm going inside. Again, if you don't understand these commands, it's not for you guys. I'm just explaining you something. That's all. We say touch pass.txt. Enter. So you can see I just created a file called pass.txt inside it. Now I simply go shut it down. Okay, it loads. Again start it. And you will see there will be no folder of file because everything goes to reset. That thing has been stored in my hard disk. Okay, that's how it is. So it's loading. It's loading. Come on, enter. Okay, while it's starting, let me start this as well. I think I can handle two. My PC has the power to actually handle two different what do you call it, VMs together. Don't you guys don't try it. Your system will get slow, and then you will say, "Oh no, something is wrong." Nothing is wrong. It's just slow. Okay, so I can handle it, so it's fine. I can use it. So let me say it over here. One. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? It's something over here. Maybe I don't know. Over here. Yeah. This is one. This is the other one. Yeah. Should I just take it to here? And here, yeah, cool. So this is my again, this is my live one. This is my the pre-built file I downloaded, right? So okay, so see, everything is gone. Whatever your work did was gone because it was live. So we don't do live, guys. I won't be doing live. That's one thing for sure. Okay, again, this is running. Let me see how it goes. Yeah, it's coming over here. Let's say Kali, right? That's a weird name. Kali. Okay, we are here. Okay, it's loading. It's loading. I'm sure it will load. Okay, come on, show me. Show me what you got. Okay. At same time, I think I will increase some. I will give some more. Yeah, see, here it is. I got my Nalin and pass everything. So this is what I will be using for all the purposes in the future. Reference, I would say. I think you should also get the same thing, so we are on the same page. But those who cannot can go for live, but again, you cannot save it. So that's one problem, definitely. What else should I tell you about it? I think that's the whole idea, I would say. So again, what I was saying was the tools. So these are the tools which you get. So for password attacks, database attacks, post exploitation, forensics. So I will be using some of these tools. So we have a pre-built tools with it. So I don't have to actually install all the tools separately. But if you want, you can. We also get all these tools in live as well. So you don't have to worry about that. But the only thing is you can't save it. Okay, that's one problem. You work on it, you shut it off, everything's gone. So live is also useful when we are going for real hacking. When you're going for software, you don't want your system to actually store anything. You destroy your system, you go to hack and everything. So we use live. Some also talking me to you talk about Parrot. So about Parrot. Parrot is an operating system. I don't use it. You can use it. It also had some built-in tools, just like Kali or maybe some other than Kali. I have never used it personally, but that's the whole thing about Parrot. So again, it's fine. You can use either of those things. You know what? Even if you want, you can just say shut off this machine. I would say shut off this machine as well. Shut it off everything. I don't want to use anything. I will use my Windows. I will use my PowerShell. I will open my PowerShell over here. I will go with Python, and here I am. Because that's what we need for next couple of classes. We just need Python to work on it. So you just need Python. Okay, you go with PowerShell. You say, you know what? I will use WSL. You can use WSL. I would say Kali, right? That's what you have installed. Some of them. So you say, you know what? I will use this one. I will just say Kali. I will click on Python. Enter. Okay, you don't have Python. Okay. So install Python. You get sudo apt-get. That's a command. Install Python. I think that's a command. I know. Yeah, it's a command. So I say, okay, it's loading. It's loading. I think it will install Python. Definitely install Python. I hope so. It will. I'm not sure if that's right command or not. That's I'm guessing it. It's downloading something. It's doing something. So I will get something out of it. Okay, it's loading. Okay. It's loading. Okay, so someone asking me, I guess you can 2 gigs of RAM to Kali. That will be fine. As you can see, I have shown it to you guys. Okay. It's loading. It's loading. It's loading. Yeah. Now I have say Python. See, I got Python. We say print hello world. Enter. You see, I got print hello world. So we say 8 plus, we say 2 plus 8 plus 10. See, I got a calculator with me as well. So we say control D. Yeah, back. So we have the Python with us in all the systems. So we are using Python for next couple of classes. So I don't think that's a point to worry about. That's fine. Okay, let me just this one. Yeah. So it's just depend on you guys what you want to do. I have explained every single thing. You can go with WSL. You can go with live boot. You can also go with live boot directly from your PC. You don't have to use virtual machine at all. You can go with Virtualbox. You can go with 2 different options. One is a pre-built, obviously live, or there's one more option to actually install it on a hard disk and everything. For that, you have to read some more guides and everything. Also, you can go for live, you can go install. So these are multiple things. People call me what's different Parrot, and it doesn't matter. Fine, it doesn't matter which Python model. It's 2.73. We will upgrade to it. I will just say pip install 3, and we will install 3. Oh, you know that's not a problem. You should not worry about that, which it's having or whatever. So I think that's all for today's class. I think I will wrap it up for now. That's all for it. Okay, so it doesn't matter what operating system you use. We will talk about tools, and that tools should be there in your systems. If not, we will install those tools. I will let you know the commands are there for to install the tools, so you can work on that. Okay, guys. So I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you got any doubts, I can answer it right now. Okay, some guys got doubts that how to increase the size of this. Okay, I will show it to you. I'll just start this one because in case of the other one, it automatically sets the size. So I will just start this one. I will show you how to change the size. It's small, I know. And you've got problem with that, so I'll show it to you. I will see. I'm not sure it will work. I think it will work. I'm not sure. Let's see if it. First of all, I have to actually set this whole configurations again. It's extremely slow. So I'll also teach you the configuration. Let me teach you the configuration while it's loading. I'm not sure it will. What's happening? It is getting processors or what? Okay, what's happening? Nothing is being used much, so why it's taking so much time to load? Just click on show. Show me what I got. Come on, show me. It's my PC. You better listen to me. Okay, my PC got slow now. That's weird. It never got slow. Maybe I was running way too much things. Okay, we forgot to teach you about live boot again. So this is an application I use, guys. So it is called Belen Ether. Okay, this is what I use. This is how you can download it. You can simply download this application from here. Okay, it is called belenether.io. Ether, you go to this website. You can download this. Okay, I have already downloaded it. So I will call it Belina Ether. Okay, so it is loading now. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so we can select image. I can just select image for live, click open. Then I will select a target. I don't have a bootable and like a pen drive or anything. So if I do have a pen drive, I will just click on target. I select a pen drive. I click on flash. So it will make my pen drive bootable. That's the whole idea. Okay. So I think I should just click it off. Okay, show me. It's not showing me, no. I don't know. Something is wrong. It's not coming up the way it's supposed to. Should I wait? I don't know. Okay, those who are asking me, just go to settings in the Kali. Okay, I think it's not coming up again. There's no other option. Maybe I should just go here. I don't know. It's not coming up. Maybe I just shut it on rough manner. That's why I don't know. I have no answer. But anyhow, we will look into that. I guess we can look into that. When we start on Kali, I will tell you how to change the size. That's not a problem at all. Okay, for day I would just say okay, fine. Just click it off. Okay, guys. So anyone got any doubts? No, we won't be using. We can use PyCharm, Notepad, anything you want to, guys. Okay, that's not a problem. You can use PyCharm. Someone is asking me, can we use PyCharm? Yeah, you can use PyCharm. Can we use Notepad? You can use Notepad. That's completely immaterial what we're using, or PyCharm or Notepad. We're not using Notepad either. We are using just simple Nano altogether. I don't know if you guys have seen Nano. I'll show Nano as well. So this is my WSL with me, guys. I can just use Nano. Yeah, this is Nano. So I will show you how to get it done with Nano as well. So this is what we guys do. We don't use cool fancy things. We do sometimes, but not always. So we said touch. Touch is basically a command to make something. So let's say hello.py. I make it. I say nano hello.py. I write print hello world. Okay, this is Python 2.7. I guess you all work in 3, so that's why you don't know about it. You can write this like this. Okay, now I simply say Python hello.py, enter. It runs. You see, I can say nano hello.py, edit it. Okay, let's edit it also. So let's say I is equal to 0 while I is less than what's it? Let's say 10. Okay, let's start with this. Let's say I less than 10. We say print I, and we say I plus plus. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, now we say Python hello. Why? Okay, sorry, my bad. You know what happens when you know multiple languages? You forget that these things does not exist in this language. Okay, we say Python.py. You see, it works. So it goes good. It goes good. Okay. I think it just usually just depend on what you guys got. For example, in case of Kali to a 3.3 GB, I guess you just take a pen drive for 8 GB. 8 GB is fine. Just go with 8 GB. Don't do it. Don't do it. It will destroy all your data. If you don't know what you're doing, like don't do like it, you can do it. It will destroy your data. That's all. So yeah, you can use this one thing. Okay. So yeah, that's cool. So you can use PyCharm, whatever you want to. It doesn't matter for me. I don't know, Jane. That depends. That depends on a lot of factors, and you will see as well that it depends on a lot of factors. So yeah. Okay, guys. I think that's all for today. Part actually we can arrange for that. You know that VMbox can do that. I'm not sure. VMbox can, but yeah, virtualization works in same phenomena principle. So yeah, so let's call it our day for today. I think we have discussed everything we want to. I have tell you about WSLs and everything. I will share all the links in the assignment on the Discord channel. Okay, so you can look through into it. I would say don't go for the. You can say go for WSL or virtual machine, whatever you want to. I think that's all for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the lecture. Hope you got the information you need. Hope you got cleared exactly what virtual machine is and all the worries you had about it. I think that's all got clear. Hopefully. Okay, guys. Bye bye. Tata. See you, Nara. And let's do one old thing we used to do. Alexa, drum roll, please.
Okay.
Okay, I guess volume is too low. Alexa, drum roll, please.
Okay.
Bye. See ya. Next class is on Saturday, guys. Don't forget to like the channel, subscribe, comment down below what you like this. Don't forget to like the video. Just comment down below, okay? That you love this video, you want the hacking course to go on. Just let us know how much you love these videos and how much information you get from this hacking course. Except hacking, today you know how operating systems goes, how virtual machine works. So this is extra from hacking. So let us know that we feel loved. Actually, we feel liked. That okay, you guys actually learning something. You like to do something. And I got late today. I got some other work to do, and I got busy with that. So that's why I got late. But anyhow, I think everything went great. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget about your friends about Nalin Bhaiya. Tell about Coding Block Junior. Tell them everyone, you know what? There's a Nalin Bhaiya who teaches robotics as well as hacking. There's a Coding Block Junior channel which goes for everything from game development and web development and whatnot. Also on Wednesday and Thursday, I'm planning a good type of surprise for you guys. So let's look for that as well. There's one OP video I'm planning to bring it for you guys. So we'll see about that as well. Okay, guys. So yeah, RNG just hit 100 plus. Like that's true. Okay, guys. Bye bye. See ya. See you soon on Saturday or maybe Thursday, depending on like if the price goes right. So yeah, that's how. Bye bye. You will get the updates on Discord as well as Telegram channels.